Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Keeping It with BB if you're new, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch another video. So I mainly focus on beauty and fashion. If that sounds like something you're interested in, then if you're not already subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing after this video. So today I'm going to be doing an updated full face of Glossier makeup products. I have been using Glossier on and off for about a year now, and I've got quite a collection on my hands now, thanks to all the people who use my code, which I will leave right here on the screen. And down below, it does give me site credit so that I'm able to purchase products and try them out for all of you. And if you use that code, you will get 10% off. So thank you to everyone who uses the code or has used the code. It means so much to me. Your support is... Honestly, it makes me so happy. It keeps me going and doing this content for you all, knowing that you all love this content and you really appreciate it. It makes me really happy. So thank you so much. So let's go ahead and get into these products. So the sun is in and out right now. I'm sorry about that. So if it gets bright and then it goes like kind of dim like this again, it's just the clouds moving in front of the sun and all that. So here is my bag of Glossier goodies, and let's go ahead and get started. So one of the products that is newer to me is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. I have mine in the shade G4, and this is supposed to be just a very super sheer product. It's just a skin tint. It's not really supposed to give you coverage. It's just kind of like supposed to even out the skin tone. So I'm just going to shake it up. I haven't used it in a while. I really don't use this product that much, but it is a nice little skin tint, something just to use when you want, you know, just something light on your skin. And I'm really liking that more these days. I'm just gonna kind of draw the product on my face, and this is a really good match for me. This is G4, which is the same color that I get in the concealer, which I'll be using today as well. So that's what it looks like, and I like to go in with a brush just because I don't like getting products all over my hands. And this is just an IT Cosmetics brush, and I'm just gonna lightly blend the product onto my skin. And like I said, this is a really good match for me. Sheerer products you can kind of get away with on more skin tones than like a medium and definitely like a full coverage product, because this is so sheer. It could work for a lot of different skin tones, and I think that this comes in 12 shades, I believe. And like I said, it really just evens out the skin tone. I do have like some blemishes here and there, but overall I think it gives me a really like good little base to work with and kind of just build from there, and I can just spot conceal with their concealers. I'm gonna go in with their concealer, which is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. This one retails for $18, and I forgot to say, I think this retails for $24, but you can get them both together for, I think, $36. It's something like that. But this is the concealer. It's in the same shade, G4. And I'm just going to go in with my finger. That's what I normally do. And just kind of put this under my eyes. And as you can see, it's a tad bit lighter than the skin tint. At least I think it is. Like just a little bit lighter. It's not that much of a difference. Just to kind of give you a brightening effect. But this concealer is really super creamy. It's definitely on the dewy side, but it's so soft, and it's like a really smooth feeling concealer. I really like it, and I think I like it even more in the summer, in the winter time, when my skin is not as prone to becoming oily. Even though I don't really find that I have oily skin anymore, my skin is just kind of like balanced out because I've been using niacinamide for so long. I don't think my skin is actually oily anymore. So I'm just using that same brush, and I'm just blending out where the concealer is on my face just to even out my skin tone. It's overall a really light look. If you're new to Glossier, they're kind of just known for skin first and then makeup. So the makeup is usually pretty lightweight on the models and all that. And now I'm going to go on with a new product. I just recently purchased the Juno Velvet Sponge that I'm really excited about. These were really popular when they first came out, I think sometime last year or maybe in the year before, but I learned about them last year, and this is my very, very first time using it, so I'm excited. I see that the product just sits on top of it. It's not really getting soaked into the sponge. It's just excess product ends up being on top, on the surface of the sponge. So this is what the skin is looking like with just the skin tint and the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I think we have a pretty good base that we're working with here. I like the way that it looks. It's very light and natural. The next thing that I'm going to do is set my under eye, and my favorite setting powder right now is the Range Beauty Smooth Out Translucent Setting Powder, but I cannot find it, so I'm just using this other one that I'm trying to go through in my collection. But the Range Beauty one is the one that is indeed my favorite. Dot just a little bit more concealer right here where I have a blemish under my eye. And just to make sure that they're even on both sides, I'll put just a tiny bit more here. And what I'm doing, I'm just tapping in there ever so slightly and just putting a little bit more concealer right here in the corner of my eyes where I have the most darkness. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the blush that Glossier has, and their blush is called Cloud Paint. I have 4 shades here, and they recently came out with 2 additional shades that are meant to be for deeper skin tones, which I was really glad to see. If you guys watched my previous video that I will link here and in the description bar below, I talked about how the original Cloud Paints, there really weren't many that I felt like would work for my skin tone or deeper. But the 2 new shades are called Eve and Spark. And if you're familiar with the Cloud Paints, then you probably know that they have Storm and they also have Dawn. So these are very similar colors when you look at them in the tubes, right? So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to swatch all 4 of these on my arm, and I will place 2 on my cheeks, the 2 newer ones on my cheeks, so that you can see what they look like, because I already put Dawn and Storm on my cheeks in the previous video that I posted around this time last year. I don't really reach for Dawn. I don't know why I don't. I just don't really wear this one that much. So this is what Dawn looks like. And then the new shade that is deeper that would remind you of Dawn is called Spark. And this is more of a, like a cherry, like a true cherry red color. So there is Spark next. Storm is my very favorite shade that I love to wear. And it's just my favorite shade out of all of them. And I'm gonna swatch that here. This is like a mauve color. It's really, really pretty. There's Storm. Love this one. Absolutely beautiful any time of year. And then Eve is the newer, deeper one. And I'm gonna put that one here. You have to be very careful with Eve, because it's very deep and it can you know, you can go overboard with it pretty quickly. So here we have Dawn, Spark, Storm, and Eve. They're very similar in the packaging, but when you swatch them, they are quite different. They are, of course, warm. They're all pretty warm, but I would say Spark is the coolest one here. It has a dash of blue in it, I think, that gives it a cool tone. So my favorite brush to use to apply blush lately has been the Pro Small Brush from Sephora. This is the number 74. And with Spark, there, if you can see here, there's just a little bit sitting at the top of the squeezy tube. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap that off with my brush. And you see there's just that little bit of it on the brush, and that's enough. And I'm just going to blend this out on the cheek. This color is really pretty. It's like it's like it's a true cherry red, but you wouldn't expect it to look like this on the cheeks. And I really, really like it. If I had to choose my second favorite out of these four, I think it would be Spark. It'd definitely be Storm first and then Spark. So there's Spark. It's really, really pretty. I can build it up a little bit more if you want to see what it would look like. So I'm going to just get a little bit off the top as well. I just barely squeeze the tube just to get a little bit out because I don't want to overdo it and I don't want to waste product. But it's easily buildable and you can kind of just keep blending and buffing until you get a finish that you are comfortable with. It's really, really pretty. So there is Spark, and I'm gonna go in with Eve over here. I'm gonna do the same thing with Eve, but probably even use less product. So I'm just gonna barely squeeze it here to get a little bit of product out on the tip of the squeezy tube. There we go. Tap it, and going with Eve. This one comes off like a mulberry shade on me, like a true deep. There's a piece of hair from the brush. But this one comes out like a true mulberry, like a very dark berry color on me. Really pretty, really flattering. And I think that this color would be really, really beautiful on super rich skin tones as well. So I don't really reach for berry like purple blushes, but it's nice to have one in my collection. So there is Eve, a really pretty berry color, and there is Spark, which is more of like a cherry. And I think they're both really pretty. I think there are definitely two colors that needed to be added to the collection. Something that would be most suited for deep to rich skin tones. So I'm glad those are now part of the Cloud Paint collection. I love the Cloud Paints. They're a really, really cool and unique formula. I just don't know any other blush formula quite like these. They're liquid, and they dry down and they last quite a while, and that's kind of hard to find with cream blushes. I find that cream blushes don't last as long as these, and these are the only liquid blush products that I've really tried. And I really like them. So yeah, those are the Cloud Paints. For eyes, I have two lid stars from Glossier. I have the lid star in Lily, which is a really light lilac color, and I have Herb, which is more of like a moss green. I think I'm gonna go in with Lily just because it's more summery to me. So I'm just gonna wipe off my eyelids because I do get you know, concealer like settles in the fine lines of my eyes. So I'm just gonna go directly in with the doe foot applicator. That's what it looks like. And I think these retail for $18, and I forgot to say that the Cloud Paints retail for $18 as well, but you can get two for $30. And they might have a deal on these as well. Glossier is really good about having packages and deals for you to save money if you're buying more products. So I've always appreciated that. So this product, I just kind of dab it with my finger until I like the finish. They're really easy to work with. They don't dry down too quickly, but when they dry down, they don't move. So that's what I really like about these. And that's it. It's that easy. It's really pretty. So that is what the lid star looks like. It's so easy. I think what I like about Glossier products is they're foolproof. Like, they're so easy to use. At least the ones that I use, in my opinion, they're really easy to use. So that's what that looks like. I think it's a really easy, let me put just a little bit more right here. I think it's a really user-friendly type of brand. It's just makeup for the person on the go. They want something easy, but they also want like a splash of fun every now and then. And this is like the type of product that gives you that. Let's go ahead and get into brows. If you watched my last video, then you know that the Glossier Brow Flick was one of my absolute favorite products that I had tried. And this is the same one that I had since then. So I don't know if I have much product left in here because I've used this product a ton over the past year, so let's see if I have anything left. First, I'm going to go in with the Glossier Boy Brow, though. This one is a newer product to me. I have mine in the shade Brown. And a lot of people rave about this product, but honestly, to me, it's just another brow gel. Like, I don't know, like, it's just a brow gel, a tinted brow gel. They all kind of do the same thing to me, except for one that I've been using more recently. So I'm just going to do that first. And this kind of just gives me a base to work with and just grooms my brows and gets them in the upright position that I like them to be in most of the time when I'm doing my makeup. See, sometimes I feel like the Boy Brow gives you too much product on the brush. So I'm having to do this to kind of just make it not be so much product. Now I'm going to go in with the brow flick and just kind of fill in any sparse areas. If I have any product, yep, and I do have some product left, which is nice. So if you're gonna get anything from Glossier, I definitely recommend the cloud paints and the brow flick, because they're definitely the standout products to me and products that I would repurchase. The brow flick just makes it so easy to fill in those sparse areas. Like, look how easy that was. Let me just kind of see, the Boy Brow kind of went a little ham right there. Made it a little dark looking there, but I'm going to pop on my current favorite mascara, which is the Bite Upswing. I don't have the Lash Lick from Glossier, and I've actually never tried it. I've just never been interested in the Glossier Lash Lick. It just doesn't look like a mascara that I think I would like. I like mascaras to make my eyelashes look longer and fuller, and I think that mascara is more so for people who are looking for a really natural lash. So I'm going to finish this and I'll be right back and we'll do lips. So I opened my blinds back up because the sun is not as strong anymore. I couldn't see at first, so I had to, not blinds, but my curtains. But I finished applying mascara and I put on a little bit of bronzer. Glossier doesn't have a bronzer, so I just used one that I'm trying out. I don't know if I really like it. I think it's a little bit red for me. So I'm kind of like trying to tone it down now. It was just my first time using it, so I think I need to figure out which brush I'd like to use it with. But I'm really feeling Eve now that I have the purple eyeshadow on. I think Eve looks really good with this eye look. This could work too. It is a little bit more red though. So let's go ahead and get into lip products. So if you keep up with Glossier, then you probably know that they just came out with some new products called the Ultra Lip. They are a tinted lip balm. You guys know that their Generation G is a matte tinted lip product, and I do have 2 of those, but I just picked up 4 of the Ultra Lips with my site credit, and I haven't tried them yet, so I'm really excited to try them out. I think I swatched one of them on my lips, but I can't remember which one it was. Got 4 of them. The packaging is really cute. It looks like the Generation G packaging, but it's that millennial pink instead of white. These are the Generation G packaging. They're white, and then this is the Ultra Lip packaging. The separate video of just these is probably already up. It's going to be up before this video, I believe, which is just going to be swatches and reviews, like swatches and a really quick review of this lip product. I'm going to go with Cachet for this look just because I think I want to go with something a little bit more muted and subtle since the blush is popping and the eyes are popping. So let's go ahead and put Cachet on. This is a really pretty brown color, and I have been loving colors like this lately. Wow, this is so pretty. It's so thick, you guys, and nourishing. It's not thick in like a gross, annoying way. It's thick in a nourishing, like, oh my gosh, this is my favorite lip balm to put on way. But it has such a beautiful tint. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is my first time trying this. It's so pretty. This is my updated full face of Glossier. I think it looks pretty good, you guys. What do you think? I love their approach to beauty. It's really simple and minimal, but they have things in there that can make it fun. I'm really feeling this lip with this blush in Eve. This whole look, really, it turned out really well. I really like it. You guys let me know, what are your favorite products from Glossier? Are you shopping Glossier? If you're not shopping Glossier, let me know what's up. I look forward to hearing from all of you, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. This was Keeping It with BB.